The coolest magnetic keyboard doesn't exist. Or maybe it does. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now that seems to be everything inside the box. Very nice secured packaging. All of the accessories, more than you will be needing, will come with the box. And the art on the box is just so good, by the way. Really love it. Now first impressions on the keyboard, it definitely has that GravaStar look to them. Kinda alien-y, sci-fi cool look. And as you can see, I got the neon graffiti variation and it does look so good. Very colorful and vibrant. You can definitely tell why it's called graffiti, neon graffiti. But yeah, we also have iron purple and cyberpunk. But it also does feel very high quality. It does have a full aluminum case. It's very impressive how they have these holes on the side with the RGB peeking through them. Really like that. And yeah, these arms seems like they're also aluminum. You can even fold them if you like. Probably one of the coolest and most detailed cases, aluminum cases I've seen on a magnetic keyboard. Oh, and apparently if you get the neon graffiti, they will have a unique identity number. So I got piece number 1226 over here. Very cool, especially if you get like a low number. Now moving on to the keycap. They are very high quality. They are PBT with some PC polycarbonate. So yeah, transparent and some not transparent. It is two-shot molding with dye sublimation. No problem with that. Now moving on to the switches, I did give you guys a little sound test earlier already, but yeah, these are GravaStar X Gateron Jade Gaming magnetic switches. Here are the specs. Closed bottom. I do like how they sound, like very stable, minimal wiggle wobble. They don't really sound scratchy, no problems with the switches. But yeah, here's a little sound test with the switches and keycaps on. Now I think that sounds pretty good. It's pretty clacky if I describe the sound, but yeah, I really like it. No problems with the sound. The stabilizers also sound pretty good. I'm not sure if you can see through the camera, but yeah, there is some lube in there. We can also see the carbon fiber plate and the layers inside the keyboard. You can definitely tell they made a lot of efforts in making this keyboard sound good. And yes, this is gasket mounted, by the way. Not much bounce, but pretty understandable for a magnetic keyboard. And yes, if I forgot to mention, we do have a little kinda knob over here. Not really a knob, kinda like a lever. It does control the volume and you can mute it by pressing it. We'll see how customizable it is in the software later. But yeah, we also have kind of like a screen, but not really. I'm pretty sure it just displays the logo, but again, we'll go ahead and check it out more in its web-based software later. But anyways, moving on to the performance of this magnetic keyboard. Of course, it is a magnetic keyboard. It does have adjustable actuation points. It does have rapid trigger. It apparently has a 0.005mm rapid trigger precision. Very accurate. It apparently also has 8000 Hz polling rate and 32K full key scan rate and 256K single key scanning rate. We're gonna test that out more in Keyboard Inspector in our latency testing tool. But it also has LKP or last keystroke prioritization, pretty much SOCD. It also has DKS mod tap, toggle key, MPT, and we're gonna check that out more in its web-based software. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug the keyboard in and see its crazy RGBs. Oh, look at that. The sides are lighting. The logo is over there. Oh, the legs as well, by the way, they are lighting. Very nice. You can definitely see the RGB through the see-through keycaps. And by the way, if I haven't talked about the switches over here, it does have Windows and Mac over here, then RT and office mode on the other one. So for gaming, put it on RT, and if you're not really gonna game, you can quickly switch to typing, office mode, or productivity mode. Anyways, I have the website where you can buy this keyboard from. If you just go down over here to support and go to GravaStar Magnetic Switch Keyboard WebDriver, you'll be greeted with the amazing looking web-based software over here. Pretty nice GIF animation. But yeah, make sure you're in the right language on the top right. Make it English and ready to go. Connect the keyboard V75 Pro. And here we are. I kind of messed with the keyboard already, by the way. But as you can see, we're greeted with the performance settings immediately. I do have my WASD on and spacebar on the very sensitive settings. You can go down to as low as 0.005 millimeters for both the actuation point and rapid trigger. I'm not gonna go into too much details on my reasons why I set these specific settings because I already made a separate video about that. But yeah, it is very easy to customize. No problems with the performance settings over here. And then in the advanced settings, we can set dead zones. I do recommend having dead zone on pretty much all of the keys, the lowest being 0.1 millimeters. But yeah, of course, you can explore having lower, but that kind of gives me accidental activations. Okay, on 0.05, I'm actually not experiencing any accidental activations here. Okay, there might be some anti-misoperation, anti-rattle shake mode auto-enabled because there's no way you can actually use 0.005 millimeters and not have accidental activations. But yeah, we can also change the polling rate over here as well as calibrate the keyboard. Let's actually do that. I already did this, but yeah, let's just do that again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for my advanced settings. Feel free to just turn off the dead zone, since again, there's already a setting that kind of adds or prevents an accidental activation. But yeah, moving on to the RGB settings, I'm currently on drift right now. We do have a lot of effects. It is also very customizable. I really like clouds actually, but I feel like it's too fast. So making it slower like that, yeah, that's very cool. We also have some reactive ones, but yeah, my favorite probably right now is clouds. But yeah, if you don't like any of these effects, we also have custom, so you can customize our own. But yeah, I'm gonna keep mine on clouds. You can get very customizable with the colors and stuff, by the way. But yeah, we also have side flowing light, which I'm guessing is these guys on the side. So it's currently on always on marquee rainbow. Okay, rainbow looks pretty fitting on the backlight we have. And I think it does fit the neon graffiti color variation we got. And yeah, that also does affect the arm lights over here on the side flowing light, by the way. But yeah, I'm gonna keep mine on these RGB settings. Anyways, moving on to the custom keys. We can reprogram the keys over here. Very nice, customizable. We can even quickly switch profiles. We can add a shortcut like that. Okay, let me see. Profile 1, Profile 2, Profile 3. We're currently on configuration 1, but okay, let's try switching to Profile 2. So that will be F and this button. Whoa, look at that. That's so easy to switch profiles with. But okay, if we want to go back, kind of have to do that here as well. But yeah, let's go back to profile number 1, which is our gaming profile, and there it is. Very nice and easy and customizable. You can also change the layers, FN1, FN2, FN3. You can also do these stuffs if you'd like. But yeah, moving on to the advanced key functions, we do have SOCD over here. Let me set my A and D there. Yep. But yeah, other than that, we also have DKS mod sub toggle key MPT and pretty much all of the features you will be needing, and I'm pretty sure is like RDT. But okay, now for the my configuration tab, I kind of missed this earlier. Pretty much just onboard presets, profiles, and stuff like that. But yeah, we also have settings over here where we can online upgrade the firmware, but I'm not gonna do that because I think we're on a pretty latest software already. But yeah, we can also factory resets, download the application for keyboard firmware updates. We can also do different themes, custom themes, but it's coming soon. We all only have light theme right now, but yeah, we can also change the language, which we already did earlier. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the web-based software. Very nice and easy to customize. All of the features you will be needing is over here. I really like how it looks like, by the way. It does fit the neon graffiti theme very well. Anyways, for those interested, here's the results in Keyboard Inspector. As you remember, we did set it to 8,000 Hz polling rate, so we'll see how accurate that is. And yeah, that is pretty accurate. 8,000 Hz polling rate. There is a little bit of spike over here, but yeah, pretty much 8,000 Hz polling rate. No problems with that. But yeah, now let's go ahead and test it out more on my keyboard latency testing tool, the OSLTTCS. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on how this latency testing tool works because I already made a separate video about that. But what it pretty much does is it measures the time between when the keycap comes into contact and when the keyboard actually sends the signal to the computer. But as you can see, we are in pretty sensitive settings. I don't have any dead zone on those, WASD spacebar. Recalibrate this a little bit just to double make sure. Okay, let's see. And there we go. Very impressive results. Around 1.167 milliseconds. Now I do want to give a little disclaimer that these results can still vary slightly. I can make mistakes and there's other factors that can affect the results. But yeah, these should be still very accurate results. These results are pretty similar to other magnetic keyboards with similar specs. But yeah, 1.167 milliseconds is crazy fast already. I doubt you'll notice a difference even if you compare this to the top magnetic keyboards in this list. But yeah, for those that are really interested on the milliseconds, here you go. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and test this keyboard out more in game.
Hey bro, wow.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Meron pa dyan, isa pa.
Reset.
One enemy remaining.
Iba na patay ang bote.
120 on Reyna.
Under.
120.
Down B.
Let's go, mix.
One-
Perfect. Nice, that's a mix.
Face your fear.
Killed their cipher.
Flashing.
Spike planted.
Inside. Inside.
Spike down
Ah, this
A.
is so crispy on me.
Headshot.
Go with you, you shoot.
Spike planted.
Guys, come. One more.
Three.
Ang bote.
One enemy remaining.
So after playing and testing with the GravaStar Mercury V75 Pro, here's my experience so far. Now, as you saw from my gameplay in Immortal/Radiant ranked lobbies, it didn't hold me back when I was gaming. As you also saw from the latency tests, it performed really well. You will be able to do your best when gaming with this keyboard. The keys are pretty instant. As soon as you press the keys, it does actuate, and as soon as you let go the rapid trigger, it does deactivate the keys. The SOCD also work. The quick switching profiles, I didn't really encounter any issues with it. Maybe a little bit of double clicking like rarely on the space bar, but again, very easy to fix by lowering the sensitivity or just quickly switching profiles with the FN combination keys. Or you can just switch this little switch over here at the back very easily. So yeah, again, very easy to fix. I wouldn't really call it an issue with all of those solutions you can do with this keyboard. But yeah, other than gaming, I've also had an amazing experience with it for my daily use, typing. Again, very easy to switch to different profiles, office mode, typing mode, and you won't experience that double clicking anymore. And it does sound pretty good as well. I also really like the layout, the F layers, the arrow keys, the extra keys, the delete key. You even get a little knob lever to control the volume. I really appreciate it when editing, you know, productivity, browsing the internet and stuff like that. Oh, and yeah, I didn't really see any ways to change the kind of like a screen over here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not a screen. It looks like a screen, but it pretty much just has the logo there and it lights up, which does look pretty cool. And it actually is an indicator for the caps lock as well. I'm not sure if you can see the change whenever I press caps lock. Oh wait, I think that's for a specific effect, but yeah, for this specific color RGB effect I have, I don't think it's working. But yeah, you can also have that as a caps lock indicator if you'd like. But yeah, I've just been having an amazing experience with this keyboard so far, and just the looks alone looks so good on my setup. I really like it. Very vibrant. The RGB, the backlight, the side light, the leg light, it's so cool. Definitely one of the coolest magnetic keyboards I've seen. I can see it looking so good in many setups. I mean, on my setup, it does look amazing. But yeah, for those that don't really want the legs over here, I kind of forgot to mention earlier, but yeah, you can also get it without the legs. It's the V75 non-pro version. Yeah, it does have pretty similar performance as the pro version, I'm pretty sure. Same switches as well from what I can see. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if there's like additional features in the pro other than these legs, by the way. Oh wait, I think I see the difference now. The non-pro also doesn't have a full aluminum case, so also plastic bottom, which will make it feel not as high quality as the Pro. So yeah, that makes sense why the Pro does cost more. And again, I might be missing some more features that the Pro has an advantage over the non-Pro. So anyways, I guess it is pretty obvious from my experience right now. I would recommend it. I think it is an amazing magnetic keyboard, one of the best, coolest looking one. I really like, to be specific, I guess this neon graffiti, but yeah, the other variation colors also look pretty nice. But yeah, the neon graffiti is very nice. Do I think it's worth it though? Now for the price, if you use my discount code MIGSS, you will get a pretty good discount off of these keyboards. So for the neon graffiti, it will originally be $259.95, but with my discount code MIGSS, it will just be $220.96. So pretty good discount, but yeah, I would say that it is still not a budget-friendly price. Yes, it is above 200, but for the quality you're getting over here, the experience, the like amazing aluminum case, the performance, the features, like everything is so good. I think that price is still very worth it. But if you want to save a little bit of money and let's say you don't really like the neon graffiti look, you can get the cyberpunk variation of the V75 Pro for just around $203.96, so a little bit cheaper. But again, personally, I do prefer the neon graffiti look more, so that extra $20, $17, I mean, if you're really in a budget, then sure, but you might as well spend that little extra dollar if you really like the neon graffiti look, right? But okay, let's say you don't really like the legs and you don't want to go above $200, you want to save more money, then the Mercury V75 non-Pro HE version, it will be $152.96 with my discount code MIGSS. So if you don't really care about that full aluminum bottom case, then you can go for this keyboard right here. Pretty much same performance again from what I can see. But yeah, I think all of the variations, the Pro, the non-Pro, the cyberpunk, the neon graffiti, I think all of them are worth it. The keyboard in my experience is just that good. And by the way, if you do pre-order, you will be able to get a free coiled aviator USB cable. Definitely is a good upgrade for your setup. I actually wish I got one, but yeah. But yeah, again, I would recommend it. I think it is worth it. It will be first link in the description if you're interested. And please use my discount code MIGSS. It will give you some discount and it would really support the channel and me a lot. I would really appreciate it. I will also have some affiliate links in the description that you can use to furthermore support the channel if you're buying anything from GravaStar. And by the way, the discount code also works for the whole GravaStar store, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you can use those links. And I also want to give a little disclaimer that this keyboard is sent to me by GravaStar, but that won't change my review. Everything that you've been hearing me say about this keyboard are all my honest opinions and review. Anyways, I pray and hope that this video helped you in some way. I'll go and see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to stay grateful and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye bye.